Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So South Carolina's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with it.
Brings into the open. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Fires to the big fella. Man, just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw on third. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Working that left side now. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Firing to the right, complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Washington State's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Back to pass. Got his man. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the... And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the ground game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man on the right. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. It's a draw. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. He's up to 55 yards rushing, and he's closing in on 1,400 for the season. The Gamecocks are on the move. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
He wants to change this route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Dumps it to the back. It's complete on the right side. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now again.
And they tacked on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Off-play action on first down. Got him downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Sweet cut there. Gets away from one. He's got space. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Maddox. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Tillman. Caught, and he's supposed to have pushed down on the nice pickup there. The Cougars come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Etienne. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
There he goes. Can't get him to the ground. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And teams practice that exact situation all off-season, all season long. They challenge their guys to be the more physical teams on fourth down and short when you need it the most. And the offense won that one, ripping off a big run.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. Third and goal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Are forced to settle for three. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hands it off. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. He now has 72 yards rushing in this game and getting closer to 1,400 for the season.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Quarterback may change this route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Gamecocks! A great catch and run for 6.
And there's so many targets to focus on, and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost them. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires downfield. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Washington State will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Now the play fake. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown Gamecocks. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. back, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Cavazos. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Maddox. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He got it.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it and be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. Got it.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success. But, man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
this defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And while that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
Yeah, I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation point.
Going with the ground game left. Quick step and go. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Been grabbed in the middle. It's Upshaw. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to run it. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quick.
Wide open spaces. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Now rolling to the left. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Power football with the run. Plows through the defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The short hands, it's Cavazos. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Complete to the right. Push down for the tackle. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. The running back has it. Look out, he's got room. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got his man. Made a defender miss. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
To the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Tillman. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught over the middle. It's Upshaw. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Etienne. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Washington State has it all working right now. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Bueno. Gets it to him on the screen. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Cougars come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll go to the sneak. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. And here comes the punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods.
Makes the grab on the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Inside the 30. There he goes. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And the Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Washington State, 6.
Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Bueno.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spread it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes in the 39.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Oh, they're after him. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Sweet spin. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires left. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The inside handoff. Knocked down behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Let's see if they've got a winner dialed up on 4th and long from the 50. Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Gardner. Bringing the heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And some room to work. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Bueno. Here comes the Heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. He wants to change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the...
It's a fumble on the play. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
Man, and this is why you practice.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The offense staying out there. It's been a 50-50 proposition on 4th down. They're 2 for 4. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Bueno. Working that wide receiver screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happen.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Scanning the field, it's Bueno. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And this defense has put a game.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Going right to work up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the right. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. Throws for the tight end. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability